And yes, just when many believed the tension were finally beginning to ease, another incident reminded the entire world how fragile peace in West Asia really is. Diplomatic meetings are taking place. Negotiators are talking, world leaders are calling for restraint, but on the ground, the whole situation that remains extremely volatile. This week, reports emerged that a commercial vessel operating near Oman was struck by a projectile after passing through the waters close to the Strait of Hormuz. In fact, according to the US officials, the merchant ship it was allegedly targeted by an Iranian drone operated by the IRGC. Here, Iran has repeatedly denied similar accusations in the past, though. But this whole incident, it has once again raised fear that shipping route in the Gulf that remains under serious threat. You know why this really matters? Because the Strait of Hormuz, that is not just another waterway. It is one of the world's most important maritime choke points. Nearly one-fifth of the world's oil, the supply, it passes through this narrow stretch of water every single day. More than 20 million barrels of crude oil and maybe petroleum products that moves through this particular strait daily, connecting producers in the Gulf with markets in Asia, Europe, North America. If this route it is disrupted even for a few days, global energy prices could rise sharply. Insurance costs could increase, shipping companies could face the delays, and countries around the globe begin feeling the economic impact. This is exactly why governments across the globe they are watching every development in the Gulf. Even countries located thousands of kilometers away depend on the safe movement of the ships through these waters. Name it: India, China, Japan, South Korea, and several other European nations import a significant portion of their energy supplies through this route. So any instability, it immediately affects fuel prices, transportation costs, inflation, and global market. Ladies and gentlemen, the latest attack, it has also complicated an international effort just to evacuate stranded commercial vessels from the Persian Gulf. According to the reports, the International Maritime Organization temporarily paused the plans just to move the ships through the evacuation corridor until and unless adequate safeguard guarantees could be confirmed here. Officials are now reassessing the whole security situation before allowing more vessels to pass. And in the meantime, Hezbollah, Iran's backbone, it has also intensified its rhetoric. The group's leadership, it has demanded that Israeli forces withdraw unconditionally from Lebanon, claiming that the recent US-Iran peace agreement, it demonstrates that Washington and Tel Aviv, they all failed to achieve their military objectives. Such statements have once again increased tension along the Israel-Lebanon border, where even a small miscalculation, it could trigger another round of violence here. And yes, at the very same time, another important development has quietly taken place. The International Atomic Energy Agency has confirmed that the interim peace agreement provides inspectors with access to Iran's nuclear facility. However, Iranian officials have indicated that inspections at some key sites may remain restricted until a final agreement is reached and sanctions are lifted. So this means negotiations are still far from over. So while diplomats continue talking about peace, military forces remain on high alert. Commercial ships continue sailing through the dangerous water. Intelligence agencies continue monitoring every single moment. And global market continue reacting to every headline emerging from the region. Well, the war may no longer dominate the front pages every day, but the West Asia is still standing on a knife's edge. One drone strike, one military launch, one attack on a commercial vessel, or maybe one diplomatic misunderstanding, it could once again push the entire region towards a much larger crisis. And yes, as if these challenges were not enough, new intelligence claims they are now raising uncomfortable questions about secret regional partnership and whether one of America's closest allies may have quietly helped one of Washington's biggest rivals.